you all, and good morning. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the great state of Nebraska, more specifically Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, I got in late last night to Omaha. I was really trying to make a little bit of distance last night. I think I'm doing all right. Trying to get back to Rochester, New York after this multi-month journey that we have been on. But before I leave Omaha, I definitely wanted to take a chance to stop off at one of my favorite car washes in the country, Russell Speeder. And honestly, after driving all the way across the United States, the car's pretty gross. Down here you can see all the insects there embedded in the bumper. Yeah, when you drive in these rural areas, you get all these bugs in the air. They splatter on your car. I've been driving through salt and mud. Yeah, look back here. Look how gross that is. Like, yeah, that definitely need a car wash before I bring this back to Columbus, Ohio. Now, last time I went through this car wash, actually went through twice, because the first time I made a major mistake in that apparently I forgot how car washes work, and I left the car in drive. So I ended up going through the car wash way too fast. And then after I zipped through it, I was like, that wasn't right. That wasn't how a car wash works. So I went back around and went through again. And this time I did it properly. You gotta drive up and then put the car in neutral and let the car wash do the work and take you through. See their motto there, it's life's hard, we make car washing fun. Going through the non-member lane. I don't have a subscription because, you know, I don't live in Omaha. Put a mark on my window there so they know what kind of wash I paid for. So I guess when I go through, they'll be able to know what settings to put it on. You can see that rotating man in his yellow slicker. You can see that from the highway calling for people to come to Russell Speeders to get their car cleaned. Alright, looks like we're getting ready to head inside here. Because first we get a little bit of get a little sprayed off there. Oh, he wants me to come forward. Just gonna spray off my head there. Alright, put it in neutral. Alright, this is off to the races. I appreciate it. Alright, so we headed. It was very exciting. I love the, look at this guy. This guy here spraying the car. Oh, I love that. Oh, look at this. Completely engulfed in colors and flaps. It's almost like a dark ride. I think that's why I love car washes. It's almost like a dark ride. Oh, look at the projection. The projection there. Oh yeah, you can feel it. Just every angle of the car getting washed. Oh, look at this, like a hula skirt type washer there. Oh, it's getting spooky. Getting spooky in here. What's happening? Let's get in the underbody of the car. Oh, there's something over there. There's like the characters from, what's that movie? Zootopia? Is Zootopia being projected on the wall there? That's interesting. That is, I don't remember that. That's pretty interesting. And alright, into the blowers here. As they blow water off the car. You can see, look at this. Got our little mascot there doing backflips, working on his trapeze act there. As we head to go. Okay, we switch back to drive. Thanks, buddy. All right, let's take a look at that. That is a clean car there. Let's do the little test here. See how mucky it was before. Got all that crud off. So yeah, driving through the desert, it's messy on your car. You got the dirt. You got the yeah, driving through Colorado. Got all the salt on the car. Oh, I just noticed the tires. Tires are even shiny. See, I take good care of my rental cars. Actually, honestly, I've been through. I think on this trip, how many have I been through? Been through 3 car washes on this road trip, washing cars that don't belong to me. Honestly, I'd like to say I'm a responsible person who takes good care of the rental cars. But honestly, I just like going through car washes. Honestly, yeah, definitely a long line of cars lining up to get washed here at Russell Spader's. And it's so fun. It's a good car wash. They get your car super clean, and they have some fun stuff. They have the animatronic guy that sprays your car, the animatronic guy that waves you through at the end, guy doing backflips on a trapeze, and for some reason they have projections of Zootopia inside as well. So I wanted to throw this out into the universe. I've documented a lot of strange, unusual, and fun car washes on this channel, and if you guys have any ideas of different car washes you'd like to see me check out, you know, just definitely looking for, you know, ones that are fun, that maybe they have gimmicks or just interesting in some way. So if you know of a fun, interesting car wash, leave a comment in the comment section. Let's see if we can find some more car washes to hit on our journeys. Like I said, I'm not that concerned about my car being clean, but I love the ride through. It's like I said, it's like a little mini dark ride. But maybe I'm strange, but I love driving through car washes. And actually, do you like driving through car washes? If you like driving through car washes, leave a comment in the comment section. Wanted to stop and grab some lunch here at the King Kong restaurant. This is actually a chain around the Omaha area. And you can see up the sign there, we have King Kong. In one hand he has a burger, in the other hand he has a gyro. It is quite a litter of baby gorillas there. Here in the King Kong dining room, you can see they have animals hanging from the ceiling, different plush animals there. Now, in my understanding, they used to have actual gorilla animatronics in the King Kong restaurant, but there are some others. I may need to check them at some point, but to my knowledge, they don't have any of the King Kongs with the original animatronics anymore. See on the menu here, a variety of burgers and gyros and other good stuff. Get a little bit of orange Fanta there. So I couldn't decide if I wanted a gyro or a burger, so I ended up getting the burger with gyro meat, kind of the best of both worlds. This burger is really big, by the way. You can see the gyro meat there on the burger, and this burger patty is huge. I guess this is a burger fitting King Kong. Okay, so let's try this massive burger. Look at the size of this. I was not expecting the burger to be this massive. I don't know if I can even, that's like almost as big as my head. Not quite, almost though. But I figured with this, oh my gosh, pick this up here. Look at this size of it. All right, let's just dive in, I guess. It's pretty good, really good. Like the That gyro meat is super tasty. Love the gyro meat. It's like big, thick, like juicy gyro meat there. And the burger's really good as well. Yeah. I think we're cooking the burger on like the flaming grill back there. So the flame kiss burger, as well as the big, thick gyro meat. It's pretty tasty. All right, I did my best. I had to ditch some of the vegetables there, but yeah, that was a really tasty burger. That's some of the best gyro meat I've ever had. And that burger is like cooked on a flame grill. You can really taste it. So yeah, King Kong here. They put together a good burger and a good gyro. It is time to enter our next state as we drive over the bridge into Iowa. Stopped off here in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and of course the EM rule still in effect. Figure we'd stop off here at the Union Pacific Museum dedicated to the Union Pacific Railroad. Sign on the door up there says enter below. So I guess we gotta take this secret passage here down underneath to find the entrance of the museum. Oh, here we go. Union Pacific Railroad Museum. It's their mascot there, a little train with eyeballs. So we start here in the era before the railroad, when we were forced to travel either by wagon or by saddle. So I guess if you wanted to travel, you need at least one horse. See the big buffalo there, but to stop, do not enter, alarm will sound. So don't try to give this buffalo a hug. Another method of travel before all the railroads were laid out was, of course, riverboat. Here we can see the construction of the railroad as well as the blasting of train tunnels. And look at this down here. See a dinosaur footprint. Actually, been seeing a lot of those over the past week or so. We're definitely in dinosaur footprint territory. And here we have a chance to blow it up using dynamite to blast out these train tunnels. So hit the red button here. So we watch the train tunnel. Oh, there we go. You see the explosion? Heading into the tunnel, we just blast it open. It's a traditional Chinese hat from some of the Chinese railroad workers. And look at this tiny little mandolin there. Talks about the completion of the Transcontinental Railway. Of course, the long-standing belief is that a golden spike was used to connect the two railways. And this here says not true. It says that there were golden spikes made, but they were not actually driven into the ground. I guess that would be too valuable, but they were given out as gifts at the ceremony. These are, I guess, reproductions of the spikes given out as gifts. And this is interesting. I did not know this, that it was actually the railroads that established the current time zones that we have. And yeah, time zones, something I have to deal with when I'm traveling across the country. It's always great going this way because you gain hours. You show up, you travel from Chicago to Denver, you gain an hour, so you show up an hour earlier than you normally would. However, this Eastern trip is a bummer. I actually lose hours as I travel this way. So yesterday I thought I actually had to cancel a plan because I didn't take the time zone into account as I was traveling through Nebraska and crossed into Central Time. Here we see the law and order on the railroad. You can see the deputies here trying to keep the railroad safe from train robbers. Here's some law enforcement items used by the station agent. So apparently it was almost like a railroad specific police force. You have handcuffs and thumb cuffs there. I guess at some point they would just cuff their thumbs together. And then here, weapons taken from criminals. See, that's actually got like a little hoof on the end of that knife there. Here's lock picks used by criminals. You have opium needles and opium pipes that have been confiscated. These are some personal items of Tom Horn, who apparently was a lawman that ended up getting convicted of murder and hung. And that is actually a piece of the rope used to hang Tom Horn. The telegraph office in here. I guess we can send a telegraph. We have the clicking over there. Then we have a train here. It's actually a photo op. I guess you can climb up and get your photo taken on the train. Over here it says press the button to start the model train. Where's the, oh, there's the model train track up here. I think I hear it coming. I think I hear it coming. Is it coming? Oh, there it is. Thought it wasn't coming there for a second. It took it a while to get around here. And there it goes. Going around the bend. There is a train simulator. You can get in here and run the train. Oh yeah, looking out the window there. Looks like they're passing another train there. Out and see some of the scenery. And I guess this is the, oh my gosh, this is the conductor or the engineer's seat. I'm gonna say engineer. Let's go for a ride. All right, got all these controls here. Got the brake there. Oh, are we braking? Are we slowing down?
Road crossings are shown as vertical blue lines.
I'm driving through a neighborhood here. Let's blow the horn.
The train is slowing down for the 45-mile-per-hour zone.
Let's lay on that horn. There's the ticket collector there. Hey. Oh, hey.
Hello there.
Hello.
I say, hello there.
Hello there.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm just a little hard of hearing.
Is that from being around trains all the time?
You need a ticket, and I'm the guy to see.
Oh, you're gonna give me a ticket?
Because I'm a ticket agent, and that's what I do.
All right.
As you well know, you're in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Yeah.
I hope you know you're in Council Bluffs.
I know.
Now you may be going on a trip west, past Omaha, Nebraska, North Platte.
I just came from Omaha.
Or you may be on a journey going east through Iowa.
Yeah, that's where we're going actually.
Mighty Mississippi. But here at the Union Pacific Museum, we offer a very special trip. A journey back through time.
A journey back through time?
Yeah, you heard me.
On a train? All right, so I guess we're taking a trip through time. You see all the different clocks here simulating our trip through time. Over here, it tells us to take a seat and decide for ourselves which is the best means of transportation: trains, planes, or automobiles. So I guess we're supposed to judge by sitting in each seat. We have a train seat there, a plane seat there, and an automobile seat here. All right, try the train seat here. Fairly comfortable. All right, and then the plane seat. Oh man, sitting airplane seats probably least comfortable seat on planet Earth. And then we'll try the automobile seat. Oh, this one's my favorite. I don't know. People always want me to travel by train, and airplane is faster. But man, honestly, I love being in the seat of an automobile. Now, honestly, I don't have a lot of experience riding trains. I may try that as an adventure at some point. If you'd like to see me take a train across the country, let me know. It may be something I will try at some point. Planes are fast. They get you where you need to go fast. But man, I hate being on a plane. These seats are uncomfortable. That whole airport experience is just a nightmare. So I would say, yeah, my favorite mode of transportation, automobile. It's hard to say. It's hard to match just the freedom that you get driving in a car. You don't have to go on anyone else's schedule. You travel where you want, when you want, and you can pull over and see whatever roadside attraction you want. It's hard to get a plane to land and let you off to see a roadside attraction. It's hard to get a train to just pull over on the side of the road. So yeah, definitely have to go with automobiles as my favorite mode of transportation. Although it does say here that apparently it costs 9 cents a mile to operate a car, and on a train it's 2.63 cents an hour. So trains are cheaper, but cars offer a lot more in the way of freedom. Over here we can see the inside of a train. See the conductor there? Okay, so the conductor, I always get the conductor and the engineer confused, but I'm thinking the conductor is kind of managing the train while the engineer is driving. I think that's an accurate description. And then we have a stewardess there as well. And then here is the train lounge. This is a pretty fancy little bar here. I don't know, do they still have facilities like this on trains? Because this actually does make riding a train seem pretty appealing.
Yes, sir. I will find the porter and make sure the beds are turned out in your room.
Oh, thank you. A dining car over here where you can see the different silverware and plates and cups used on a train. Here are some of the complimentary merchandise that the train lines would give away. Let's see, Union Pacific ashtrays there, as well as matchbooks. And these are complimentary swizzle sticks. Got some interesting characters on there. Look at the little heads. There's like clowns. There's a duck with a hat. Interesting. Here is an animated advertisement to be placed in department store windows by Union Pacific. It says, for a new spring tonic, Sun Valley, Idaho year-round sports resort, go Union Pacific. So they'd be advertising this skiing resort and advertising the train line. And then I guess when this was operating, the little guy would ski down the hill there. So we have this little elf here advertising the ski resort. These here are pretty amazing. These are dioramas of what it looked like inside the train cars. This diorama was made prior to World War II. So you can look inside and see the figures there, their luggage up there on top as they relax on the train. You can see some people playing cards there, some businessmen reading newspapers. Down here we see the dining cars. There's people eating their dinners. Back here into the kitchen where the food is being prepared. Here's the sleeping car on the train. See, there's a bathroom back here. And yeah, you can just take a nap on a train. I mean, that's pretty cool. You can't sleep on a plane. See, there's a little private bedroom in there. This is the club car here. I guess this is a little fancier. kind of set up like a little lounge area. You got a bar back here, and then you have a barber giving haircuts, which I don't know. Maybe I don't wait to get off the train, to get off of a moving vehicle before I try to get a haircut. Over here in Adair, Iowa, they have a very smiley, friendly water tower to greet you to town. I've seen other smiley water towers in some other cities. I think Calumet, Illinois also has some happy, smiley water towers. Stopped off at this rest area here, and they actually have a windmill blade standing up there. Saw a lot of windmills driving in, and from a distance, you don't recognize how big they are, but just look at the size of that one windmill blade. Of course, a windmill will actually have 3 of these giant blades spinning all at once. Let's just walk over here and check out the blade, see how big this is. Oh, it's completely solid too. Didn't even make like a clanking noise. Yeah, just look at that. Look at that blade. The windmill theming actually carries on over to these picnic shelters that are shaped like a more traditional windmill blade there. The old style windmill blades there. You have several of these windmill picnic shelters here on the outside of the rest area. You have different forms of energy there. Solar energy, nuclear energy, and of course wind energy. And as we enter here, you can see a giant light bulb on the floor, I guess, theoretically being powered by the wind. We have murals of windmills here inside. You can see a picture of a man inside of a windmill there. See over top the vending machines here. There's a Pac-Man like display. It says, "Don't let the sleepies get you." Drowsy driving could mean game over. And you can see the Pac-Man monsters there, all sleepy and drowsy. Got a little car there. I guess the coffee there is a power-up. It stops them from being a drowsy driver. And we have stopped off in Van Meter, Iowa, the home of a very fascinating cryptid known as the Van Meter Visitor. Now the cryptid itself is described as being 8 feet tall, giant wings, much like a pterodactyl, and it is said to have a horn coming out of the front of its head, a glowing horn that actually could make almost like a huge spotlight, so a huge glowing light coming out of this horn on top of the head of this pterodactyl-like creature. Now, there was a several-day period in 1903 when this creature made its appearance. Originally, it was bothering people in their homes, and really what it was doing was shining its light in windows of houses and waking people up. There was a blinding light waking them up at night, and they would see the creature. And of course, word got around town, and a banker here in downtown Van Meter heard about the lights shining in people's windows, and he thought that there must be burglars in town looking in people's windows trying to rob things, and he was the banker, so he was afraid that they would come and try to rob the bank. It's actually the bank here right behind me. Right there. That is the old bank, and the banker would actually sit in the bank and wait to see if the burglars showed up, and he actually saw the visitor, the Van Meter visitor. He saw the giant pterodactyl-like creature, and he with its shining horn, shining its light at him, and he would fire his gun at the monster, and it would fly away. Now, the very next night, the monster would appear again here on Main Street, and two businessmen would see the monster actually sleeping on top of a phone pole, and they were terrified. They fired their guns trying to get it to go away. They said that the monster crawled down the telephone pole. They describe it climbed like a parrot would. They said it used its beak and its feet to climb down the phone pole. They said once it got down here on Main Street, it started hopping like a kangaroo. They said it was 8 foot tall with its wings spread out, hopping on its hind legs like a kangaroo. And then suddenly it would take off running on all fours and go flying down that way. And down that way is where the old abandoned coal mine was. So the townsfolk decided they needed to get rid of this monster. And other locals had reported hearing horrific noises coming from the abandoned mine. It's noises that sounded like the devil, like it sounded like hell coming out of the hole. So the townsfolk gathered around the abandoned mine shaft, and they were going to take out this monster. They had pitchforks, guns, and whatnot, and they decided they were going to wait there until the creature came out. And the creature did. The creature flew out, but actually there was two creatures. The large original one, and then a smaller one, both with their magic glowing horns taking off into the sky. And the townsfolk decided we're not giving up here, and they waited and said that they were going to wait and try to take it out again when it came back. So when it first left, they were shooting their guns, and nothing happened. The thing is bulletproof. So they waited until morning, and then the visitor came back. So apparently it is nocturnal, comes out at night. The two visitors come back, they fire their guns, they try to take out the visitor. He's, again, impervious to bullets, flies back down into the mine. Now the mine is still there. I can't take you down there because apparently it's on a private property. But they do, I think they do tours. They have a yearly Van Meter Visitor Festival here on Main Street, and they actually will, the farmer will allow them to go onto the property and look at where the mine is. But anyways, so the Van Meter Visitor goes in the mine, and the town folks decide that enough of this madness, and they break it up. They seal the creature into the mine, and it has not been seen since. So what is it? A lot of, there's different theories. People say maybe, a creature living inside the tunnels of the earth that found a way up through the mine. Also, I think I forgot to mention that it does have one other special ability. In addition to the glowing horn that could shoot light, it could also shoot stench on people that would make them forget. I think one of the businessmen reported that that it blasted him with a stench, and then after that he didn't remember what happened. He blacked out and lost touch with time. So yeah, very, very fantastic creature. And again, this was all documented. There was local businessmen, high-standing members of the community that reported these direct sites. It was reported in the newspaper. So very compelling and very fascinating. I know that some people say that the creature has similarities to Mothman. I think it's a little, I think there's enough differences where I think we can rule out that that wasn't Mothman. Mothman does not have a glowing horn on his forehead that shoots out light, and he's never been known to shoot out stench that'll make you forget. But still a very fascinating cryptid. I love cryptids that are like outside of the box like this, that, you know, doesn't fit any sort of description, or it's just completely unique and insane. I know these people say it could be an extinct pterodactyl, but a glowing horn, I guess, you know, now that I say that out loud, you know how like in Jurassic Park they added the frills and poison to the Dilophosaurus, because we don't know, you know, because it was possible. It's possible that dinosaurs have features we don't know. So maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe pterodactyls or certain species of pterodons actually did have some sort of bioluminescent horn on their face. So yeah, fun to really think about the possibilities of what happened here in this very, very tiny town on this very sleepy Main Street area. What happened in 1903? What do you guys think happened with the Van Meter visitor? Leave a comment in the comment section. Stopped off for gas here at the Morris Travel Center in Morris, Illinois. Last year when I stopped by here, I found something pretty interesting. It's back here by the bathrooms. They inexplicably have this marionette display. It's an automated marionette display. You can see all the little characters there with the circus background. The drummer there, various dancers, and yeah, apparently they'll all start dancing here if we add a quarter. So let's feed them a quarter here and get them dancing. And there they go. Check that out. See them all dancing there. You can see this guy here chugging some liquor. Got the clown playing piano. This looks like Pinocchio right there almost. You can see the drummer going to town on the drum set. Some horn players. Look at these guys dancing up front. This is pretty amazing. I don't know why this is here, where it came from, but it's pretty amazing. Also, look at this Mountain Dew deer head right there. And they did have the I Love Illinois piglet there, and earlier today I found the I Love Iowa piglet, trying to collect one from each state for Jen. Unfortunately, I think these are the only two that I've found on this road trip. Of course, I haven't been able to check every gas station that I pass by, but yeah, trying to get 50 of these pigs, one from each state. We found the first one in Montana when we were coming back from California last year. She bought the I Love Montana pig just because she thought it was fun, and we realized that they actually have these in a lot of different states. I've been come across these quite a bit, so I've been trying to help Jen create a collection of these piglets. So we got 2 more piglets today to add to the 50 state collection. So what have we learned today? We learned that the train companies created the time zones, and they're responsible for the hours that I've lost traveling east. We learned that in Van Meter, Iowa, they have essentially a kaiju trapped in an abandoned mine. We learned that in a little truck stop in Morris, Illinois, there is an endlessly charming animated marionette band. And hope you guys enjoyed the travels today as I continue my journey eastward to make it back in time for WrestleMania. We are drawing nearer. I'm planning on driving another hour and a half tonight to stay at my mother's house, and may do a little bit of recuperation there, and then finally hit the last leg of the trip and head back to Rochester, New York. Of course, here on the Carpetbagger channel, the adventure never ends, and we'll be continuing to have adventures. I may take a day or two to hibernate from this this road trip that has been going on since the second week in January, but we've had a lot of fun, and plan on having more fun as we continue on our journey. But thank you so much for supporting me, for watching these videos. I've been doing some cameos, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying those of you that have ordered the cameos. They're fun to do. It's fun to reach out and talk directly to some of the viewers on this channel. So if you're interested in that, again, that's in the description of this video. Of course, as always, we have the Patreon postcards. $3 or more on Patreon will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. And of course, the enamel pins in the Etsy shop, and all that helps keep this Pacific Union train on the track, this boat in the water, and the Van Meter Visitor high in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.